flatulent dyspepsia, there is belching after every meal, stomach as if it would burst with wind, belching difficult, finally air rushes out with great violence. Do not forget this remedy is one of the most flatulent medicines. He is distended to bursting and gets scarcely any relief from passing flatters or eructations. It's more like China in its eructations, which have no relief but eructations in carboveg relief for some time. Diarrhea with green mucus like chopped spinach in flakes after drinking, eating candy or sugar, and masses of mucolymph in steady strips or lumps as in Asarum europaeum with much noisy flatters as in Allosocotrina, and diarrhea as soon as it drinks as in arsenic, protontiglium and brombidium. Urine passes unconsciously day and night as in causticum. There is impotency in males, erection fails when coition is attempted as in Argentum metallicum, caladium and selenium. In females, there is a sensation of a splinter in or about uterus when walking or riding as in heparself and nitricum acidum. Coition painful in both sexes, followed by bleeding from vagina as in nitricum acidum. Metrorrhagia in young widows, instability with nervous erethism at change of life as in lachesis, chronic laryngitis of singers and public speakers, the high notes cause cough as in alumina, argentum metallicum and aurum trifilum. Walks and stands unsteadily, especially when he thinks himself unobserved, convulsions preceded by great restlessness, and great weakness of lower extremities with trembling, cannot walk with the eyes closed like alumina. There is fear of death, the over-anxious state, that death is near and often at times like aconite, he predicts the moment he is going to die. There is one grand feature running through this patient, modifying most of his symptoms with few exceptions, that he is like a pulsatilla patient. He wants cold air, cold drinks, he wants ice cream, wants the head in the cold air, suffocates in a warm room. He suffocates from warm clothing, wants the door and windows open, cannot breathe in a stuffy room, suffocates if other people are in the room, cannot go to church or to the opera, cannot go to places of amusement or gatherings, must stay at home, he dreads a crowd, dreads certain places. The complaints in women come on before and during the menstrual period. If she have argentum nitricum symptoms, they are likely to be at their worst at this time. Patient cannot lie on the right side because it brings on so much palpitation. We have plenty of remedies with palpitation worse from lying on left side, but remedies with palpitation worse lying on the right side are rare. They are alumina, badiaga, calmia, calcium nitricum, lilium tigrinum, spongia and platina. Face of the patient looks prematurely old. There is loss of appetite and refuses drink and also loss of smells. Eructations of air accompanied by a mouthful of undigested food like phosphorus and ferrum. Children suffer from diarrhea after weaning. Also complaints during pregnancy and pain in the lumbar region. Comes on while sitting but is better when standing and walking. If symptoms agree, it can be given in conditions like acidity, anemia, dyspepsia, Addison's disease, diarrhea, emaciation, eructations, eye affections, in flatulence, gastric ulcer, gonorrhea, headache, heartburn, anosmia, scorbutic gums, glossitis, canker sores, in enuresis, urethritis, hematuria, impotency, dyspareunia, rickets, spinal irritation, throat affections, in ulcerated tongue, warts, in upper abdominal affections, paraplegia, myelitis, and disseminated sclerosis of brain and cord, in amblyopia, photophobia, in metrorrhagia, in cases of chronic hoarseness, in angina pectoris, locomotor ataxia, post-diphtheritic paralysis, epilepsy, claustrophobia. Heading towards the moralities, the symptoms are aggravated by warmth, bright light, by eating cold foods or cold air, by eating sugar or candy, sweets and ice cream, from unusual mental exertion, after eating, of at menstrual periods, from emotions or imaginations, and also lying on left side. And ameliorated by irritations, pressure, open air, craves the wind blowing in his face, cold baths, cold applications, tight bandaging, and in dark room. It is antidoted by natrium mure, particularly for the bad effects of cauterization with silver nitrate. Antidote to Nitricum acidum, Scipia, pulsatilla, and Calcarea carp, inimical to cophea, and compared to arsenic, mercurius, phosphorus, pulsatilla, and argentum cyanatum.